Dude, this is such clown shit. Oh, now we're live.
Well, here we go. What's
Welcome
up, guys?
to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Technical difficulties with Jacob getting on, but now we have our guest Jared, and we wanted to bring him on to talk about the Knicks right now, as long as he can for us. So, Jared, Matt, you have the first question about the Knicks.
All right, so Jared, let me ask you the first question tonight. Where are the Knicks falling seeding wise? What's your prediction?
So after today, I think we fall fourth.
You think they slide up to 4?
They beat Boston. That's what he's telling us.
Okay, he thinks they're gonna beat Boston.
Want me to explain why they end up? You want me to explain why they end up at 4?
Sure.
All right. So at 4 because we obviously beat the Hornets today, and I think we beat the short-headed Celtics tomorrow.
Which I agree.
We are playing the Bucks, and Jimmy Butler's not playing, so I think they lose that. And then we have the tiebreaker with the Hawks.
Right.
So whatever happens in their game versus Houston, that's relevant. Not going to do the tiebreaker. So we just went out, and the Heat lose to the Bucks, which I think is very likely. We'll get the 4th seed.
I see that. Hi, Gavin. What's up? I see that, Matt. I see that.
You know what? I think it's a very real possibility, and I mean, if I think Gavin, we're the best. How you doing, Gavin?
I'm enjoying it.
Now, if we were to go off just current standings, let's just say the Sixers beat whoever they're going to end up playing in the first round. Doesn't really matter. How would the Knicks match up against the Sixers in a second round matchup?
Just ask him this: in the first round, if they match up against Atlanta, how many games do you think they'll take them in?
5.
Yeah. Hello.
5?
5?
We win in
5.
Yes, 5 games.
And how much are we going to beat Brooklyn in?
No, wait. Let's go one at a time. That's reasonable. I see 5. I see 6 games.
I was going to say 6 as well. I think 6 is reasonable.
If they're home, they get 6. I'll say that.
And you guys all say Knicks in 6?
Yeah, Knicks in 6.
I say Knicks in 5. So.
Okay. Our next question is: we saw the big 3 play today, right?
What?
We saw the big 3 of the Nets play today, right?
All 3 of them play today, yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you this question: how are you gonna beat the Nets?
Our defense, man. If any team can beat the Nets in the NBA, it is my New York Knicks.
Oh, Lord.
If we're up on defense, we can go through any player, and we can defend them.
All right, so we're gonna play a game with you, Jared. Jacob, start off the game.
Oh my God! I ain't calling this.
Who's going to go? Why are we so mad? If you can beat the Nets, shouldn't this be so easy? Shouldn't this not be a problem to you?
Yeah, Jared, this should not be a problem at all. This should be very simple answers, not hard.
Wait, before Jared, before we respond to you, let's get to the comments. Yankees are doing the best. What's up, Dylan? Maybe come on the show very soon. We'll see.
That would be the best.
And Jared, keep going on what you were saying.
Okay, so I like the point guard matchup. Elfrid Payton versus Kyrie Irving. Payton cannot score, we know that. But Tibbs will play for his defense. And as much as I hate him, as much as he brings down the team, he is a damn good defender, and he can guard Kyrie.
So now we like Elfrid Payton. I've never heard this before.
He's like bipolar.
Very extremely.
No, wait. We have RJ Barrett on James Harden.
The 20-year-old RJ Barrett who's just developing who's just a basketball player now.
He's a 2-year pro.
Yeah, Jared, I have a question. Do you have any playoff experience?
Yes, we have plenty of playoff experience.
Explain.
From who?
It's gone very far in the playoffs. He made the conference final before.
All right, when was the last time Derrick Rose did this?
Todd Gibson has been right there with him too, and those are 2 key players in our rotation. And our coach, Tom Thibodeau.
Tosh Gibson's not a key player on your team.
Wait, hold on. So you shoot.
Oh my Lord.
Wait, let us go.
All right.
So, Tom Thibodeau has plenty of experience. Plenty of playoff experience. Derrick Rose, Tosh Gibson, they all have experience. Nerlens Noel has played in the playoffs. He's still never Alex Burks' playoff experience. Who else? Give me a second.
All right, let him answer your question. Okay.
Ricky Bullock has had playoff experience as well. Those are
So-
three guys that are
Okay. Matt, answer.
So, all right, let me just mention this. So, your two most important players, R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle, have no playoff experience. I'm getting that right, aren't I?
Third most important has third most important Derrick Rose has playoff experience. He'll compensate.
I don't.
You can't blame him.
We're not blaming him, but he can't guard James Harden.
Cannot guard James Harden.
Okay, well, virtually many people can.
So then how are the Knicks going to beat him?
Josh Okogie was actually different with that. Okay.
Josh Okogie. What?
Okay. Yeah, the player on Harden and a few years ago when he stopped him at the end of the shot clock.
So why are we mentioning Josh Okogie, who's on the Timberwolves? That doesn't mean anything.
All right. Well, just letting you know that he can't be guarded.
So could the Knicks beat the Bucks if they face them in the? No, they would face the Sixers.
No,
would they beat?
they face the Sixers.
Would they beat the Sixers?
No,
Wait, hold up. If we're 4, oh yeah, we played the Sixers.
no.
I don't see.
That's going to be really tough, but you never know. I want to say. That's the toughest team.
Wait.
Wait,
But
hold on. Let's play this. Who's guarding Embiid? Who's guarding Embiid?
No, wait, no. I want to catch on this point. No, I want to catch on this point. Jared, you said the net. Yeah. But he said the Nets and
Call him
Bucks-
back. Call him back.
I'm trying. What's up, free viewers? Like, comment, subscribe. We'll answer your questions in the chat. But Jared, he said the Nets and Bucks were tough, not compared to the Nets. So,
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that he thinks
Jared.
I accidentally hung up.
Oh, you said the net. I wanted to come back on you. You said the Bucks and Sixers were easier than the Nets.
No. The Bucks and the Sixers are the hardest.
Oh, they're harder than the Nets.
He said last week that he would beat Milwaukee. Last week he said that.
Wait, didn't he say he didn't want to face Brooklyn last week? Didn't he also say that as well?
And he said he'll face Brooklyn. He said he'll face Brooklyn.
Okay.
The Nets have two good defenders, but who's going to guard James Harden? Who's going to guard no one? They have such a good.
RJ.
Okay, I have a question. When Randall gets off the court, who's going to be on the court for the Nets? At least one or two of the stars, right?
What do you mean he's going to be on the court?
Like,
What? What do you say?
Julius Randle has to rest, correct?
I can't what?
Julius Randle has to rest, correct?
Yeah.
So when he's off the court, isn't
I'll tell you this. Today, he played 46 minutes. Obi only played 7. So it's 7 minutes of the game. He was not on the court.
okay? So seven of those minutes, James Harden's gonna be on the court, or Kevin Durant instead of him.
Not
And they're
always.
how not always? Please explain.
Well, they're going to have Immortal also. They're going to have the rest too.
They're gonna at least one of the stars are gonna be in the court the whole game.
Okay, well, put him on the court. That's
That's not true, Matthew.
What?
it's not. That's fine.
One star is not hard to guard when Julius Randle's not in the court. He's not.
Who's gonna guard him then? Okay. Let's say Kyrie and James Harden are sitting. What do you do with KD? And Randall's sitting. What do you do with KD?
Harden are still in.
No, just KD's in. No Randle.
Oh, I don't know.
That is wrong, and I'm also a Knicks fan. Thank you, my
Funny.
cousin. Thank
That's
you.
funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jared is.
Obi has some good defensive plays under his belt for this year, but it's very hard to guard KD when you're.
So who's gonna be guarding him? No one. When Randle's out.
Well, every time he drives in the paint, Nerlens will stop him. I'm not worried.
Dude,
We're not worried. I heard he's not worried.
Wait,
Yeah, he's not worried.
I heard Mitchell Robinson's coming back. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, and if Mitch Robinson is back, then if we have Mitch Robinson for that series, we'll win.
You mean Mr. Injured Man? You mean Mr. Injured Man?
Legendary defender.
Coming off of injury, you're not gonna just throw him in the frickin'. You're not gonna throw him off. You're not gonna throw him off in the frickin'.
Well, they are not going to be able to score in the paint. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
There will be pretty much 0 paint points if we have Mitch Robinson and Nerlens Noel back. Those are 2 amazing shot blockers. They're not scoring in the paint.
This kid.
So then, hold on. You tell me you can't just kick out for a 3 on a closeout?
Right. How are you gonna guard Harden?
But then you have our perimeter defenders. So what do you do there?
Matthew. Matthew, answer him, Matthew.
What do you say again?
They have perimeter defenders. What are you gonna do then?
Okay.
Bullock, right?
Let's say let's say let's give a little scenario here. Let's say you have KD, Kyrie, and Harden on the court. All right. Let's say Kyrie goes to drive into the paint. He brings I don't know quickly with him, and then Nerlens Noel is there. Let's say they bring in another defender just to try and block him. Then you kick it out for a corner three or something like that.
No one's can single-handedly block him.
Okay, Jared, how many minutes has Nerlens Noel been playing this year?
Let me check that out.
Give an estimate.
Yeah, just give her. Let me. I'll check. Hold on.
25 minutes probably.
All right.
But for the other minutes, you have Mitch Robinson out there.
But I don't know if Mitch is gonna be fully back by then.
This year he's been playing 23 minutes a game.
All right, yeah. Okay. So then what about
23 and he has
Mitch? Gets in foul trouble.
Mitch Robinson.
Mitch gets in foul trouble.
No, he does not. Not this year.
Yes, he does. Yes, because he's not even been on the court. You don't know if he gets in foul trouble because he's not even on the court. He's injured.
Towards the end of last year, he was solving that problem.
We're not talking about last year, are we?
All right, yeah, I guess. Okay.
So
when he found out, we had number 12. It's fine.
I don't understand this with the Bucks and the Sixers. So they're much better because they play better defense than the Nets.
Yes, defense wins games. Nets are frauds. They can't play defense.
No, we did not.
So, Jared, so who are the Knicks beating to win? Who are they beating?
Who are the Nets going to lose to in the playoffs? How about that?
Fine.
I'm telling you right now, they're going to lose to the Bucks.
Could you explain more?
Because the Bucks, 2-1 season series, and the Bucks play much better defense.
What happens to the Bucks every single year?
This year's different, I'm telling you.
Why is this year different?
Because they have Drew Holiday. Drew
No
Holiday.
chance.
So Drew Holiday's going to be on Kyrie, correct?
Yes, and Drew Holiday's one of the best defenders
Then
in the
who's
league.
going to be on James Harden?
You could switch Drew on Harden, actually, and then I would even check out Kyrie since Harden's the more prolific scorer, you put Drew Holiday on him.
And you realize they were the two times they played, they didn't have James Harden.
And then you have Giannis on KD.
You let me talk. So when it's fine. When James Harden wasn't on the court the two times they played, they were very close games at the Bucks Stadium, actually. And then now if you add James Harden, it should be a blowout, to be honest.
So win to win.
But they only won by 6 points.
I want to just bring up this point. How many fans are allowed for the Nets, and how many fans are allowed for the Bucks?
I don't know, actually. It's
That
the same
actually-
thing as the Knicks.
That might actually factor into something if you think about it. Because the more fans there, the more home court advantage you have.
That's true. Didn't they say they were going to open up?
I thought I know the Yankees are going to full capacity soon. I don't know how much they're going to allow for the next round.
It's going to be like 30%.
30%.
All right.
So
Well, that's for New York. That's for the Nets and the Knicks. The New York
Okay.
team.
So, Jared, my question for you is with this James Harden, Kyrie, and KD stuff, like, they're not a super team? You're going to say?
Not a super team, but I'm saying they're not unstoppable.
They're as close as unstoppable as you're going to get. You're telling me you're going to put
Okay,
three.
they're close, but they're not.
The thing
You
is,
know-
I'm telling you this right now. If the Nets don't win a title this year, it's a bust. It's a bust year.
Of course.
of course, we're all expecting them to at least get to the finals.
We're
Oh,
expecting
even if they don't get to the finals, man.
we're expecting them finals, right?
If they don't get to the finals, I'll
But
be
Jared
very
playing
shocked.
I'm calling this right now. Mark my words.
Uh-oh.
Mark my word. And the Bucks will represent the East in the NBA Finals. Bucks represent them. Either the Bucks or the Sixers. Those are the two most unequal teams being right now.
Bucks are wait, hold on.
So,
Bucks are
Jared, I have a
doing what?
question for you. I have a question for you. No, I'll save it. I'll save it.
what did you say?
I said either the Bucks or the Sixers will represent the East in the finals this year.
Here's the thing with Jared. I feel like it's just biased because they didn't go to the Knicks. I feel like this hatred. He hates them so much. That's why you're saying this.
I do hate that.
So you're biased.
Okay, and then he's right.
I mean, to be fair, at least he admits it too. It's not like he's denying it. It would be a different story if he was denying it.
Well, he's trying to make way. He's trying to make some sort of artificial way for the Knicks to win the whole thing, or try to get far.
Okay, so how could the Knicks beat the Bucks then?
Okay, well, the Knicks are a dark horse. That's all I'm saying.
But you said they could beat anyone in a 7-game series.
Virtually anyone.
Virtually anyone. That does not mean you could beat anyone.
No, yeah, we texted in the chat and you said we could beat anyone. You said, right?
In the Eastern Conference.
Yes.
The only two teams we
Yes, Gavin, we're going to talk about football.
That's my official ruling. The only two teams that can't beat in the 7-game series are the Bucks and the Sixers.
But what about the Nets, though? Why can't you beat the Nets? Why can you beat the Nets?
Because they don't play defense.
I told you, defense.
Defense.
So then who's going to, I don't understand how you're going to stop this.
So how's your offense, though?
Jared, who's the best offensive team ever?
Them.
So why do they need defense?
Defense.
He's not. So why do they
Doesn't
need
even make
defense?
sense.
We give the league 9 points in the league. Good defense can't stop that offense most of the time.
Right, but the Nets don't care about their defense because they're going to outscore you. It's proven. They win games by outscoring teams.
It's not going to happen. I'm telling you, we're going to upset them.
You don't make any sense. You're just saying we're going to upset them.
We will.
Not just talk to him. I think I'm losing brain cells.
Next Thursday night, we'll see him on the show.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me on the show.
All right. Thanks, Jared.
Yep.
You know,
I think we need a minute break from that. We should take a
Yeah,
minute.
we'll be talking about football very soon.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a minute to talk about some football.
Mhm.
It's a must win for them.
Can you show up when your team needs you? Do they have that capability?
Welcome to Gut Check Time. We're coming close doesn't count. Where it doesn't matter if you've already done it, or if you're just getting started. This is time to make a run.
Back and forth, big play after big play.
Or run out of chances. Because it's either get one step closer to trophy time,
If your superstar plays like a superstar,
or just time to go home.
NBA championship on the line.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, it's about that time. Time for me, you, and 16 teams to rock out. The plot is thick, the characters strong. The only thing left to do, write the story. This is hunger. This is hype. This is the NBA playoffs.
How we doing?
I'm enjoying. The stir will be with us shortly. He wants to talk some Giants.
Where did Jacob go?
It's a good question.
Just
He
disappeared
puts
again.
on the thing and he disappears.
So I was gonna mention this before we went on break, but I'll just mention it now. I usually don't. I don't think defensive teams usually stack with terrible offenses. Usually stack up against good offensive teams with mediocre defense.
Yeah, I don't know how the Knicks can't compete
So-
offensively, so it's over.
If you,
Right?
as long as you outscore,
Gavin's here.
Oh, that's the
Hello.
as long- How we doing, Gavin?
The best.
That's good to
We're
hear.
gonna talk about basketball for one quick minute, and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
All right.
So I mean, if the Nets just outscore the Knicks, that's the series over right there. Even if they were to play, which I don't. Right now, I don't think they're gonna play. But I mean,
Every single team that sucks defense, they can outscore you. It's over.
to me, it just doesn't make any sense. But I'm not. It's not even an argument worth to have, though.
No,
And
so
then Knicks Randall's off one night. It's over.
Exactly. Randall doesn't play well one night, your season's over.
But there's 4 other games. But being down like 2-0 to the Nets, it's like a death sentence. You don't
So I
want
got
to be down
something
2-0 to the Nets.
Listen, the reality is it's such a okay. I feel like even for the Nets, I don't know if home court advantage will really help them or hurt them, honestly, because they're just that good of a team. They're that good of a team. I don't really
Three
think they
stars
need it.
on one team. And then the other thing is, we can mention the Blazers later. I have some scenarios to run down.
Okay. Well, I looked earlier. They're 6 seed now, aren't they? They're tied with the Lakers, and they have the tiebreaker now.
Yeah. So I'll just go at it right now.
Yeah, let's just
Maybe.
go at it now.
So Denver plays them tomorrow.
Okay.
And Denver doesn't want to play the Lakers. So they're going to lose on purpose. So
Okay.
they get to play the Blazers, and the Blazers get 6 seed.
Okay.
And then the Clippers don't want to play the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals. So they're going to lose tomorrow versus the Thunder.
So they can be 4 seed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Lakers, it doesn't matter if they win or lose because the Blazers have the tiebreaker.
So
No matter
do you have the Blazers being 5th or 6th?
6 versus Denver is third.
Okay. That's fair enough. I think that's your ideal matchup at this point either way.
Yep. I'm hoping. But if the Clippers win, then they're not, and we beat Denver.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
And we
All
Yeah,
beat
so
Clippers.
I have something to show everyone here.
right,
Oh,
let's
It's
see
gonna,
it.
be, it's gonna be a long conversation here.
Oh, if the Cowboys missed their...
Schedule-wise, you want to predict wins and losses
Oh,
now?
I can't wait. I was doing with Kay at dinner, and he was...
Yep. So
First game. Gavin, what do you think? Buccaneers, Cowboys?
Bucks, definitely.
I think Bucks. Matt?
I'm going with the Bucks. They're the defending Super Bowl champions.
our
I'm not going to go against them.
I'm gonna go with. Well, I'm gonna start with this.
We all know who Camper's going for.
We'll debate him now.
Did any NFC East team this offseason get worse? The answer is no.
No.
It's just really just not.
Why?
It's really
think-
not.
I mean, I would only argue the Eagles, but the Eagles just gonna suck this season either way. Because their defense is kind of horrendous, and then they have Jalen Hurts and whatever else. So I don't know.
What they're doing.
So, did anyone who got better the most? Would you say from where they were? Because you can. There's an argument for a lot of teams, but I'm
I
gonna
would say the
say
Giants.
Well, my
Yeah,
only
I
thing,
was-
my only thing would be that would you consider Dak being?
that's what I was gonna
getting-
say. I was gonna. Yes, you do.
Alright, so you would
Consider
okay.
him as coming back to the. You
Dak-
consider him as like he was not on their team last year. He was
Okay,
not.
if you're gonna consider that, then it's the Cowboys and then the
Yeah,
Giants.
of course. If you had any quarterback like that, that's
But
common.
if you take that out of the equation, then it's the Giants.
But I agree. But we're comparing Dallas to what they were last season, which is without Dak. So
I want to bring this up. With Dak, they were 1-3. Can you explain that?
their defense was not good. Also, something that I have never brought up before is that I don't think I have is that the training camps were very screwed up last year with the new scheme. It was sort of
That
Mike
is true.
McCarthy doing some favors for Mike Nolan. I think this year I'm expecting great improvements all around. I'm expecting the defense can't get worse. Literally, it cannot get worse.
That is true. That is
And
true.
it just needs to be okay. Like it does not need to be top 10.
They're not beating the Bucks.
It needs to be average. That
You know what it is?
They can easily win.
If
easily.
Micah Parsons is able to carry a good defensive line, I think the defense will be better this season.
You know
But
what?
That's to be seen, though. I
You
don't
know
know.
what? You know what? Guaranteed.
Oh boy.
The Bucks will win by 10 or more to the Cowboys. There you
Mm,
go.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that.
No, you know what? I'll make it simpler. Bucks will beat the Cowboys, guaranteed. I'll do that. There you go. Bucks will beat the Cowboys.
I like that better. I don't like
Bucks will beat the Cowboys.
saying 10 or over.
I feel like Cowboys could win, but most likely Bucks would probably win.
And Bucks are at home too. That's a little. Jacob, so who you got?
First game I got Dallas. I got Dak big return. I got Micah Parsons going to make a big splash into the league. I got a big game all around for Dallas. Big D, big for Jerry.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think he might start the season a little bit slower. I think if he's going to look like a good defensive talent, he's going to pick up as the season goes on. I don't know if he's going to start off hot.
I think the hype, the excitement for Dallas is going to be the energy in the locker room is going to be too high, and I think they're going to come out with a big win, shock the world. Wouldn't shock me though.
So I just want to bring up a scenario here, though. Let's say the Cowboys have a subpar season. Let's say they go like 8-9. Do you fire Mike McCarthy at the end of the season if that hasn't ended up happening?
He's not being fired. They're not firing him.
You don't.
No, I'm asking.
Even as a fan, you wouldn't want him fired.
Should have been fired last year.
I will agree with. I don't think he should have been hired in the first place, but it's too late now.
Why do you think the Buccaneers will beat the Cowboys then?
Why I think the Bucs going to beat the Cowboys?
Yes.
Because they're the Super Bowl champions, and they brought back every piece on their team. They brought back from last year. They're the same team, and they finally got things clicking in the playoffs. And look what they did to the freaking look what they did to the Chiefs. They demolished them to the Chiefs of all teams.
Jacob, why do you think the Cowboys will somehow make a miracle? There's no evidence to this. This is just wishful thinking.
I just told you before.
It's just wishful thinking, basically.
You just think that the locker room is going to be static, and
I think there's going to be energy. I think there's going to be I think that's going to be a big splash. Big splash. That's what I'm saying.
Wishful thinking. Okay. Next one. Chargers or Cowboys?
Win.
I'm getting the Cowboys winning this.
Yeah, the Cowboys. You know what it is? I think the Chargers are going to have an interesting season this season.
I'm excited for them. Justin
Herbert. I think they're going to be a lot better because Justin Herbert might actually have a semblance of protection, and their defense might actually be healthy because I think Derwin James is supposed to be coming back. So that's going to help them. So I mean, I'm expecting them to be better, but the Cowboys are going to win this.
Who is Chargers quarterback? Like, did they get a new?
No, they have the same.
They have Herbert. They have Herbert from last year.
Now he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Finish this out. I'll make it very easy for you. Eagles win, Panthers win, Giants win, Patriots
win.
win.
We're not doing this fast. We're going one by one. Yes, Gavin?
Didn't Herbert get hurt yesterday? Not yesterday. Like last season.
No, he played.
That was Tyrod Taylor. You're thinking about.
He won. Justin Herbert won Rookie of the Year.
He was pretty good.
He was very good last year.
He's gonna be a good quarterback for fantasy, Matt. For your team, your playoff. The playoff streak continues. Wow.
I have a feeling if I draft him, he's going to get injured. All
right. We'll Next game, Cowboys-Eagles.
The Cowboys will be winning. Jacob, is it the blue that they're home? The blue home?
The white's home.
White's home?
Oh, okay. Give me. So they're not winning in Tampa.
Wait, so they start on the road then? They start on the road.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, if you look at the bottom, like
sort of
middle.
I
see now. Okay. So they'll win against the Chargers. I'm not changing that pick either way.
I see them winning versus the Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna win versus the Eagles. I have no doubt about that.
Jack.
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Yeah. Mr. K.
Cowboys.
Okay, good. We agreed on something.
Panthers, Cowboys are going to win, obviously.
Yeah, the Cowboys will be winning that.
Probably.
I am going to be interested to see how Sam Darnold plays, but the Cowboys are going to win.
It's going to be interesting. DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson's back.
Let's see how Sam Darnold does with a real coach now. That's what I'm really interested in.
To be honest, if Sam Darnold does well, I don't surprise seeing the Panthers end up winning this game. It's going to be a shootout. Maybe a shootout.
I mean, the Panthers' defense is getting better because they just drafted Jay Horn or whatever his name is. So I mean, that should help the defense. But I mean, it's kind of like a wait and see at this point.
It's gonna be the offense. Who can control the offense better? Christian McCaffrey's gonna go off though.
Yeah, but
guys, you hear that? Look what I just did to the stream.
Oh, that's what that is. I thought there was music playing. Okay. I heard music.
That's cool, right?
That is cool.
Who the Panthers wide receivers? Are they like
DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson?
They lost Curtis Samuel free agency to the football team.
Well,
so he's going now.
What's the other thing? We're forgetting Christian McCaffrey's going to play probably the whole season, hopefully.
How much of the season did he play last year?
8, 10 games.
I don't even think he played a lot. So I mean, he's gonna come back like a man on a mission. I expect him to be close to MVP form this year, like he was back a year or two.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Oh, I haven't disconnected. That's weird. Oh, now he's back.
I'm very confident with Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey played. Did he
You're
only
back,
play 2
Gavin.
games? He played 3 games last year. Oh,
3? Wow.
I could be wrong.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
going off Christian McCaffrey, another thing I'm interested to see is how Saquon plays this season. That, to me, is going to define where the Giants' offense is going to go this season. Saquon plays well, they can be one of the better offenses in the league. But if he doesn't play well, then it becomes a question of what do you do with his contract extension and whatever else.
It's going to be interesting to see the Giants versus Cowboys this year because they're both going to have about 10 wins.
I mean, I think I don't think the Giants are going to win at the Cowboys. I think they're better chances to win at home.
Oh, I think the Cowboys will win this one, but week 15 I'm getting Giants.
Keep in mind, Jerry World's going to be full capacity too.
That's the point. That's why I say it. I don't think the Giants are going to win at Dallas.
Dallas can go on. Skip Bayless said this. Dallas can go undefeated at home this year. Think about it.
Well,
Eagles, Panthers, Giants, Broncos, Falcons, Raiders, football team, Cardinals.
You know what it is? The 2 games I want to point out is I'll point out 3. The Broncos, the Raiders, and the Cardinals. Those are the only 3 I'll really point out. The rest I think are pretty much easy wins. They'll win against the football team and they'll win against the Falcons. And I don't really have doubts about that.
I don't know. The Falcons gave him a rough time last year, and the football team also gave him a rough time last year.
I mean, listen, but
Kyle Pitts.
That's his homecoming. That's his homecoming, Jacob.
It's his homecoming, indeed.
You'll be very sad to see him.
We might have to play the clip of Jacob flipping out.
That was a great clip.
Gavin, I have to show you that one. He was.
But the better clip is how about them Cowboys? That's a great clip.
Gavin, if I show you that, you're gonna die of laughter. Mark my words.
All right, so week 6 against the Patriots. They're gonna probably end up. I mean,
I don't
know. It depends who they have.
New England too.
It depends who they have starting at QB. If they have Cam, I give him a fair chance. But but they re-signed Cam for like $10 million a year. Then they're gonna want to sit Mac Jones for a little while and have him develop.
I'm gonna do that. I would play Mac Jones very well.
No, they won't.
Jacob, David said the league is full.
Is
she trying to join now?
Yeah.
And Blanche doesn't know how this works.
I thought Blanche already joined.
He doesn't know how this thing works.
I don't know how it works either, but I think we'll
You have to go to draft. It's confusing.
Oh,
but
okay,
there's a lot going on. So David said the league's full now, so how is he going to join? So now I guess I have to postpone. As soon as I tell him my phone's over there, just tell him as soon as we end the stream, I'm going to edit it and I'll move the draft back like 5 minutes. So and the draft order will reset then, I guess, too. So.
Hey, who is who? Say who is who? How are we going to do this?
You know, we'll end at like
9:50, like
yeah, we'll end around there. Just give you some time to like reset it.
So I don't even know. Basically, we'll go off this other topic now. We're doing a draft for this playoff thing, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna click players of who I think.
I mean, look, honestly, you gotta judge who's on the board.
Are we going off of who's going far or who's the best player?
Well, that's what you wanted. That's what you want. Well, I think sort of how it's gonna work is that. I think we could change it to head-to-header. I think total points is better, but like, let's say you have like, I don't know, Julius Randle on your team and the Knicks lose. You could drop him and pick up someone else too. Like, it's not like you can't like.
Oh, so there's a waiver wire here. Okay.
Yeah. It's not like football.
How many rounds did you make it though?
10.
Okay. 10's not that bad, honestly.
No, it's not.
Compared to what we actually do in real fantasy, it's not that bad.
No, but half the players are gonna be gone.
No, not really.
And then the play. Oh God, I'm not picking anyone with this play.
Oh yeah, no. Unless you think a 7 or 18's gonna go far.
I think it's worth it actually.
Well, I mean, okay. Let me look at the projected plans right now. I'll tell you who actually might be a decent pick if you wanted to. But this
Think
is
about it. Russell Westbrook is gonna play even if he gets because it's the same scoring as our league.
Okay.
2 games. If he plays 1 game, that's still a lot of points, and I could just drop him and pick up someone else.
But then you could say, why don't we just get a James Harden, Kevin Durant, or Kyrie Irving that could put up similar numbers in a way?
Or that, but that's why Harden's going to go off. Harden will leave it, probably be off first round. Probably.
So right now,
he's going to be off the first round. What are you talking about?
Right now, the projected play-ins are You would have Boston versus the Hornets, and the Wizards versus the Pacers.
We'll see you later, Gavin. Peace.
Yo, Kevin, what's up?
Thanks for joining, Kevin.
Kevin, what's up?
Kevin, how we doing?
We'll be talking about the Jets soon. Don't you worry. I'm gonna give you some hope. I'm gonna give you
So-
some hope with this Mr. K and his Cowboys.
Listen, you got Zach Wilson, but that looks like a freaking 8th grader. So
No,
we'll
I
see how
actually
it
think 7 wins this year for the Jets.
1
Let
second.
me be honest with you. I think the Jets will get 7 wins. They're gonna show up. This is gonna be a whole new style. I like this guy, this new head coach.
Let's just see. Let's see how Matt LaFleur's brother and Robert Saleh how they implement an offense. I'm not worried about the defense. The defense I've never really been worried about, especially with Robert Saleh of all people. I'm not worried about the defense. I'm
33.
worried.
Let's go.
I'm a little bit worried about the offense.
Oh, I'm not worried about the offense after getting Zach Wilson, and then you have Corey Davis, Crowder. They drafted this other guy.
My whole thing is that I don't know if Corey Davis likes being a number 1 wide receiver. He was able to play next to AJ Brown last year, being a number 2, and face number 2 cornerback. So I don't know how he's gonna do as a number 1 option. I'm gonna be honest.
They're not going to be worrying about passing the football. More of the games can be running the football like what they did on the 49ers.
Yeah, but the thing, that this is why I bring this up is who do you have as a running back? Who's your bell cow running back?
Carter, you have Ty Johnson, and you have I'm forgetting his name. I'm blanking out on the other guy. And Tevin Coleman. That's who.
Well, okay. Kevin Coleman's San Francisco faithful. He basically just he followed Mike Shanahan wherever he went.
Right. So you have those three headed backfield.
I don't know, because if one of them emerges as like a clear bell cow, I could see them running a run-centric offense. But if it's more of just, I know they drafted the offensive lineman. I forget his name right now.
Tucker.
Yeah, him. I know they drafted him. He looks okay. He looks like a good fill-in for the middle offensive line.
You know what? The Jets are going to be. The Jets will parallel with the Knicks. Good defense.
Kev said former top 5 pick Corey Davis. He's the guy. I like Corey Davis.
He's not the guy.
Here's
He's
the
not
thing.
the guy.
They're going to be doing
37 million for like 13. It was like 13 a year, right, or something crazy like that.
Yeah, he was 3 and 37. I think.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
it's
doing-
ridiculous.
Listen to this. This is going to be good. They're going to be doing play actions because of the run game and all that, and they're going to get open these receivers.
No, but what I'm saying is if the running game can't develop, that doesn't open the play action.
It won't develop right away, but it will develop sooner or later.
See,
Sure.
okay, if I had confidence in a bell cow in that backfield, I'd say okay, that would work.
No, yes, of course, with Le'Veon Bell. But now you have Tucker and Becton. That's going to help a lot on that left side of the field. And now you get stuff going now.
Listen, Becton looked good. Becton looked really good.
And you have Tucker. You have both of them now. That's crazy on one side of the field.
Listen, I think the Jets' offensive line will be good. At this point, it's just if they can get a running back in there that will actually like use the
I wish
offensive
they
line
kept
well.
Le'Veon. Like, they didn't have to get rid of Le'Veon. They just said, fine, just stay.
He was being paid a lot of money though.
I would have paid him. If you knew this year was coming up, I would have paid him.
Le'Veon's still he's still a free agent, isn't he?
Yeah.
He
Yes.
isn't even signed.
I believe so, yeah.
Come back. Like, me and Kevin were talking about, like, paying Drake. There was another, like, James Conner.
Drake went
Yeah, I
to
know,
the
but he
Raiders. And where did James Conner go? I forgot.
The Cardinals.
Oh, you went okay. We went to the Cardinals.
And there was another guy on waivers. And who's the other guy on the Niners? I'm blanking.
Oh, you mean Matt Breida? No, not Matt Breida was traded. You mean
There was another
It's not,
guy.
it's not Mostert. It's not Mostert. Who is it?
Who's the other guy? Okay. I'm blanking out right now.
No, because it was.
Who was the guy on the Niners that signed up another season?
I don't even remember.
Oh my god. I
That's
want
fine.
Le'Veon Bell back. Oh yeah, I never said you didn't want Le'Veon Bell back. I want Le'Veon Bell back.
I don't know if he's coming back though. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
don't think he's gonna come back though. Moist. I don't know who it was.
It's not Mostert. It's Is it the guy that?
It was like Moist. Was it someone Niners running back who went for Chiefs? Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. We were thinking about Jamal Williams. That's who it was.
That's who it is. Jamal Williams. No, he was on the Packers though.
Yeah, that's who we're thinking of.
I forget where he signed though. He signed like somebody irrelevant.
Oh, McKinnon too. Yeah, Jarrett
Oh
McKinnon.
yeah, Jared McKinnon. That's what it is. Okay.
But
Yeah,
those,
he was injured for a bunch of years though.
but I would play him cheap compared to. what we
I
paid
think he's
for
already
him.
signed though. I think he's already signed.
I know. This is from the past. We were going back.
It's tough though. It's tough.
But I'm very excited for the Jets. I think 7 wins. Very.
Yeah, I think between I think 5 to 7 range is very
I'd be fine
realistic.
with that. They suffered for 2 wins last year, and the Rams and all that, and Gates. It was very tough times.
See, let me ask you a question, Justin. So let's say the tank had went to plan, and they actually lost out all their games. How would you have felt as a fan? Or are you more happy that they?
I would have been happy with Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, so you would have been more happy.
Yes, Rishi, I agree. I agree, sadly. With the Giants today.
It is true. It is true.
But 2 years ago, that wasn't the case. I'll let you know that.
And that is, I mean, the Giants still haven't made the playoffs more recently than the Jets. So,
You don't remember Lev Bell and Jamal? You remember that now?
I do remember. I do remember.
You remember that.
I also remember when you had the old traveler, his name being Ryan Fitzpatrick. We almost made the playoffs. We were going 10-6.
I remember that season. Fitzpatrick was on the Jets. They went phenomenal.
You know, they decided to implode against the Bills when they needed to win the most.
I'm not even that mad with Zach Wilson, to be completely honest with you, compared to Trevor Lawrence.
They're saying they're comparable.
It's not even that I don't think he's gonna be bad. It's that I just don't know how how ready he is to transition to the NFL coming from BYU.
How ready is the 8th grader?
Here's the thing: Justin Fields is like a leader. I don't know if Zach Wilson's a leader.
That's
another thing.
My whole thing is that Justin Fields has been put under the spotlight. I don't think Zach Wilson's has been put under that spotlight at BYU.
Oh my God! No, he did not just say this.
Daniel Jones will impress. I as much as I'd love to say that, I just can't say that yet. I really can't. Daniel Jones is gonna make or break the Giants season. That's really just how it's gonna go. If Daniel Jones plays well, the Giants can actually go to the playoffs. But if he doesn't, I don't know what to say. I really don't. Then I think the Giants use that Bears pick to trade up for a QB. That's pretty much it for him.
Who traded up for QB? The Bears. That was so
the Bears did. So now they have an extra first-round pick.
I want to change the topic to Aaron Rodgers here. Where do you think he's going? Do you think he's staying?
I think he's staying. I don't think there's any way in hell that the Packers let him go.
Yeah, I was thinking that they were going to let him. Daniel Jones is an ass. I agree, Kevin.
Unless some team throws like 5 first-round picks at them and like a player or two, that's the only way I could really see the Packers trade.
The 49ers trade.
Unless it's like a Herschel Walker trade, which Mr. K should know a lot about, but unless it's something like that, I really don't see it happening.
What was the 49ers trade they offered the Packers?
I think it was 3 firsts and
the overall second round pick. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a big package. It was like, I think it was 3 firsts and like a player or 2, something like that.
But the Packers apparently got a good receiver in the 3rd round. I don't know his name, but that's who it was.
Yeah, they waited. I don't understand what the hell is the Packers trying to piss off Aaron Rodgers more, but just waiting to draft receivers. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but.
And then there's this too that they drafted AJ whatever his last name is, I think it's Dillon or something like that in the second round. AJ Dillon in the second round last year, and I don't understand why, because now they still have Aaron Jones. So I don't understand what the point of that was. They still have Aaron Jones and they re-signed him this year to a pretty big contract too. So I just don't understand it. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't understand where.
To me, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Okay. Unbelievable. What other team you want to talk about? Like, Titans, you think they're going to win the division?
I think the Titans are going to stay. I think this year for the Titans is really going to show what kind of team they're going to be, because they went out and signed Bud Dupree to get their pass rush fixed. But they also lost. I mean, Clowney didn't play much for them, so it doesn't even matter. But they also lost Malcolm Butler in free and Adoree Jackson. I think they lost them both in free agency. So
And
I don't.
did they lose to Baltimore?
No, they did. They lost to
That was
Baltimore.
a disappointing season last year. I could see the Colts somehow getting over them. They were over the hump, almost over the hump last year, but now you're adding Carson Wentz, who's that much better than Philip Rivers. I think they can make some noise.
I don't know. I
Jacob
think,
hates.
I think me and Jacob have mixed opinions about Carson Wentz.
Why don't you debate it now with Carson Wentz?
Not the time.
I know you want to.
Not the
I
time.
think that's something we save for next stream. Even though I would like to, I'd get into a little bit. But I mean, I just think the Eagles kind of corrupted him a little bit. But that's a story for a different time now. All right, so we ready to call
Yeah,
it
so it's
there?
time. Yep. So we will see everyone next time, maybe this Thursday, possibly night. We'll talk about the Knicks, and we have this fantasy
We'll
draft
talk
coming
about
in
the
about.
games and all that.
Yeah,
Yep, we'll talk about all that,
possibly.
and we will most certainly do this draft. I'll send out a Zoom code shortly, so we'll see you then.
All right, sounds
Good
good.
stuff.